after creating not one but two very successful spiritual practices or businesses for myself, and then also helping multiple people do the same thing over the last year, I have 5 tips for you that, if you follow these, will get you well on your way to being successful in walking in purpose, in abundance, and live the life that you truly want to. So hang on, hold on. Here we go. 5 tips for creating your very own successful entrepreneurship. Here we go. Name is Dr. Lisa Brewer. I'm a doctor of metaphysics and divinity. And I have for you today 5 tips, my top 5 really, for when you are about to embark in this realm of spiritual entrepreneurship. Now, that can be sometimes considered a rather dirty word, right? We don't want to say the word spiritual business. We don't want to say monetize. We don't want to talk about charging at all, especially when we're healers and teachers and in this spiritual realm. Because what has happened, unfortunately, is the world has kind of put this uh, dirty, icky feeling towards whenever anyone that calls themselves spiritual or is spiritual, is a healer, a shaman, a teacher, a Reiki practitioner, an astrologist, a tarotist, anything in these realms. Then all of a sudden, once it becomes, oh, there's got to be this monetary exchange. Oh my goodness, how are you charging? And you know what? Nothing could be further from the truth than that we as spiritual healers, teachers, mentors, coaches like myself, that we should not be allowed to live a life of abundance, whatever that means to you, while at the same time being of service to others. And I want to just stress to you that there's nothing wrong with it. Throughout biblical times, if the Bible happens to be perhaps your base holy text, or even in any other religion, you will find that what happens is that the people that are the leaders, the people that are the healers, the people that are the medicine women, the mediums, the priests and priestesses, they all were able to receive donations or gifts or things like that, because the reality of it is we still do live in a world where we exchange money of some form for goods and services on an individual basis. The problem with us as healers and spiritual entrepreneurs, if you will, of any type, teachers, what have you, coaches, is a lot of times we have to work, a 9 to 5 of some sort, right? We have to have a day job. Maybe we have 2 day jobs or what have you. And then that keeps us from being able to really flourish in our purpose, really flourish in being that light to humanity. Okay. And helping humanity heal, raise the vibrational set point of humanity. And this is going to be extremely important, even more than it is right now, in the coming months and years, as we are continuing our transition and ascension to 5D or fifth dimensional living. So I want to give this information to you. I say welcome to the channel, or if you're listening to me on Instagram or wherever you're seeing me, Facebook, wherever, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy these tips, I want you to do a few things. I want you to leave me a comment below. I want you to click the like button and do whatever following, whatever the things are for more information, not just like this, but also just assistance in growing and ascending. So let's get started. First of all, the very first tip that I have is answer yes. There was just the dog barking. I guess Apollo was agreeing. Answer yes. You have to first realize and recognize and internalize the fact that you are indeed called. So if you're listening to me right now, you see all these videos that are like, oh, the 144,000 will see this. Oh, the chosen ones will see this. Oh, this is going to find you. So listen, if you've been seeing all these videos and seeing the TikToks and seeing the Instagrams and seeing the shorts and seeing the reels and seeing the videos here on YouTube, if you're watching here on YouTube, then yes, I would say yes. Okay? I think we know by now you're called. You're called. And all being called means is that when you incarnated on this planet at this time, in this period of time, you came here and you had a mission. You agreed to a mission, and that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. You came here and said, I'm going to answer the call. I'm going to help humanity heal. I'm going to help humanity raise its vibrational set point from fear, control, lower level love, reason, if you will, to a higher heart frequency where we operate being spirit led, where we operate and we are in tune with our higher self. We see just beyond the 3D and we become beings that are capable of living in a quantum realm, of not being tied down by time, by space, that we're becoming less dense. And you yourself have been becoming less dense. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like all of us, when we're going through our awakening and our ascension, we're becoming less dense. As you raise your vibration, right? You vibrate faster. Your cells are going, ah, and you've known probably since you were born, right? You've known throughout your childhood, you've known throughout your teenage years, you've known throughout your young adult years. If you're a person of a certain age like me, you've known throughout your entire life that you were called to something more. And now is the time for you to say yes to the call. Now is the time for you to say, you know what, I'm going to answer it. And you can see Gemini is answering the call to sit right in front of my face. So the first thing you have to do is, first of all, realize that you're called. Okay? Get comfy with the fact that you're called. Get comfy with the fact that you have a purpose. Get comfy with the fact that you have gifts. Get comfy with the fact that you're a little different. Because pretty soon, come on, pumpkin, pretty soon, you and I being different is actually going to be so much more the norm. And it's becoming that very, very quickly. Okay, so that's number one. You got to say yes. So I want everybody that's watching it to say yes with me. 1, 2, 3. Yes. All right, let's move on to number 2. Recognize the power within. It's not just outside of you. You see, one of the nefarious things that's happened over the course of known human history is we have been conditioned to believe that these spiritual powers and gifts, this divinity, these abilities have always resided outside of us. We're looking outside of us. And now I could even take it past divinity. How many times have you found yourself, or do you realize that that the world itself is always looking for something outside of themselves to come and care for them, to take care of them, to, if you will, save them in a way, right? We will look to our government to do certain things for us. We will look to others to do certain things for us. We will look and think that they're actually supposed to, or that we're incapable of doing it ourselves. We look to an outside universal energy source, source or spirit or God or what, however, right, that Mother, Father, God has revealed themselves to you. You're looking outside of you saying, well, it's this entity's plan, as if you're not an active participant in said plan, as if you remember the previous one, right? Say yes to the call. We just talked about that. You came here with a mission, right? And if you know anything about like military and, whatever, guidance or military operations, every person down to the foot soldier is critical and important to the mission. Yes, a general or a leader of a country can come up with this idea, right? This overreaching idea and this overreaching outreach and say, this is what we're going to do. This is the operation we're going to have. But without then, without the lieutenant generals and without the colonels and without the lieutenants and all the way the sergeants and all the way down to the foot soldiers, the execution of that cannot happen. And I will tell you, in fact, think about it. In a military style operation, if the foot soldier doesn't execute on the ground, boots on the ground, you can think of whatever you want to, Mr. Or Mrs. General. It won't matter now, will it? Miss King, Miss Queen, or Mr. King, it won't happen because that leader, this overall, shall we say, leader or overall overreaching, right, universal power, cannot execute that boots on the ground. They don't have the authority, nor are they in the sphere of influence in a physical way in order to execute the plan, in order to complete the mission. That means that each and every foot soldier, each and every lieutenant, each and every sergeant must not only understand and buy into the mission, they must believe in that mission and they must understand that what they are doing on an individual basis actually is so much more important and integral that they themselves have the power within themselves to bring the mission to completion. The power does not only reside outside of you, but you have been chosen, you have been anointed, you have been decreed and declared you to carry out your mission. You have been given the power within you. So it's not just outside of you, beloved. It's right there, just waiting for you to open the door and wake it up. Okay? So everybody together on the count of three, the power is within me. 1, 2, 3. The power is within me. Love it. Okay. Number 3, accept the dream. Your dreams are glimpses of future. Now, this one really excites me. Okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. So, your dreams, what you dream in the daytime and what you dream at nighttime, okay? Those are glimpses into the quantum. Those are glimpses into the spirit realm, if you will, the ethers, if you will, the other dimensions that we can't pick up on, we can't perceive of strictly in our third dimensional being. Therefore, our higher self, which isn't really contained, right? It's without, it animates you, it keeps you moving. It's right. It's kind of like the puppet master. You're your own puppet master. Okay. So when we get these dreams, when we have these visions of, oh my goodness, helping hundreds of people, oh my goodness, having a platform that reaches thousands, oh my goodness, having a coaching transformational type of a program where people are going to come and they're going to invest in themselves and really do the work and not just kind of come for one or two readings or one or two, okay, could you do this for me or services, but where they really are going to do the transformational work. Now, if you have that dream, if you can see yourself helping hundreds and thousands, maybe your dream is huge. Maybe you dream of helping millions and millions of people. Great, beloved. That's awesome. Can you accept that dream? That dream is a glimpse to the future that you already created. You and source, you and God, you and spirit, you and the universe already created before you ever incarnated here, because the quantum doesn't know time. There's no such thing as past, present, or future. In the quantum realm, it's all the same. There is no delineation or separation of time. So when you see those dreams and they seem so big, guess what? You have the ability. You can do it. You can do it, right? You can do it. Don't get offended, anybody, please. Um, you can do this. This is what you were born for. This is what you came here for. Yes, you can. So accept and internalize that dream and allow that dream to blossom and grow within you and allow it to sit into your heart. Because when it kind of drops down into that heart, when you really feel it here, that's when you send out your energy. You put your energy in motion and it just explodes. It begins to take shape. It begins to become reality. All those dreams that you've had. And it wasn't until I accepted the dream, right? It wasn't until I accepted the dream of helping light workers recognize who they are and helping to train them up, right? And helping them to achieve their goals and helping them to practically put their dreams into implementation and into reality. Once I accepted that dream, I answered yes to the call, right? I answered yes to the call. I realized that it was all within me and I accepted the dream. Man, did things take off then. I had already accepted the dream of helping people and had already had a wonderful, beautiful coaching business, transformational business, really is what it is. It was a transformational business. I'm still in the business of transforming, but I had already grown that. And it was wonderful and it was bearing fruit. And then I answered the call to helping others do the same. Accept the dream. It's your reality. And guess what? It's better than you could ever think or imagine. Now, I want you to give me just one moment. One of the beautiful souls that is participating in my transformational program, um, Rosemary Luna, she is actually having a fantastic new moon ritual. And it's only for a few people, just like 12 people. So I want you to watch this very brief ad, and then we'll be right back with 4 and 5. You don't want to miss 4 and 5. Hold on.
Rosemary here from rosemaryluna.com. You can also find me on Instagram at rosemaryluna_. I wanted to introduce myself and let you guys in on a very intimate group ritual that I will be hosting on December 3rd of 21. So that's 333. There will only be 12 spots available. Once you reserve your spot, you will get a ritual kit. You can get more information on what's included in the kit at my website at rosemaryluna.com or on Instagram. With your kit, you will also get a free spirit-led tarot sticker to help you with your ritual. If you have any questions, message me here on Instagram. I hope to see you guys there.
Guys, don't forget, go to rosemaryluna.com. I'll put the link down below. Only 12 spots, and it is going to be a powerful, this is a solar eclipse, by the way, as well. So this is a powerful new moon we are about to experience. Now, okay, here we go. You ready? 4 and 5. I told you, stick around for 4 and 5. Number 4, shocker. Realize you're not perfect and that pain leads to purpose. Now you might be saying, Lisa, what are you talking about? That sounds rather sadistic. It's not, or masochistic. It's not. Really, it's not. I hear this so many times from so many healers, teachers, mentors, coaches, that they are going through this time period of healing, right? And they're going through this kind of dark night of the soul, and there's just this deep, deep, deep healing, and they don't feel that they're ready to help anyone else. While there's some truth to that, I'm not going to say that if you just started on this journey of healing um, and self-awareness and becoming awake, that it's time for you to just jump out there and be like, yeah, no problem. Let's just do this, right? But understand that we are never going to be 100% healed. That's never going to happen. Ever, ever, ever. Okay? Not as long as we are still third dimensional beings. It's just not going to happen. So you get yourself to a point where you have like dug up the big roots and you've done some really good healing, and understand that you're not perfect. And that the pain that you've just come through, the pain that you just spent all this time transforming into power, transmuting your pain into power, all of that leads to your purpose. It gives you a glimpse, it gives you an idea. It says, this group of people, this group of beings, this is the group that I can assist. This is the group I can help. This is the group that I've been called to. Why? Because you yourself have been called out of it first, and then you can lead others to the promised land. Like Moses was actually called out of Egypt and went into this life in the wilderness, right? He went into this wilderness before he ever came and led the children of Israel out. He went into this life in the wilderness and had a wonderful life, a wife, child. Like, he was doing his thing. He was chilling as a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, man, I'm doing my thing. He had to come to this place of healing and peace. Now, he wasn't all the way healed, as you saw later on. He lost his temper a few times here and there through the process, right, of leading them to the promised land. But he was able to go back, help set captives free, help release the captives from the matrix, and then begin to show them a better way, right? That's the same thing with you. You've already been through a wilderness, and you're never going to be perfect, because if you were perfect, you wouldn't even be here. You have to have a level of compassion for your own humanity so that you can have compassion for humanity. No one wants to follow somebody, and no one wants to be like, oh, yeah, they can help me, if they've never been through a thing. Think about that. If you ain't been through it, how you, or at least something similar, how, right? So, beloved, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. You do not have to be perfect. And allow the healed pain to lead you to purpose. which brings us to number 5. And this is the most important thing I've learned definitely over the last year that Lightworker Academy has been offering the Practical Lightworker. And I even learned before then to take action. Don't just wait around thinking about it. The longer you think about it, the longer it's going to take you to take action. And that is with anything, but most especially when it's time for us to begin to put into motion what is going to then eventually become completion of fulfillment of our mission at any level. Your brain is going to tell you absolutely no way. There's no way you can do it full time ever. So you're going to always be stuck working your job and then doing this on the side. Always. Or maybe you're thinking, well, I haven't healed. I haven't done this. I don't know enough. I can't, I don't have, I don't know. But until you take action to learn, until you take action and say, I'm finally going to bet on myself, until you take action and say, I have a purpose and I don't know the full plan, but guess what? I'm going to put one foot in front of the other and start walking on that path. When you do that, there's a couple things that are going to happen. One, doors are going to fly open. And two, there's going to be some resistance. Why? Because the other side, shadow side, does not want to see another light worker come onto the scene, because for every one of us, we help free thousands. For every one of us, our light shines so brightly that tens of thousands of hundreds of millions of billions of people are affected by our light, especially when we all come together collectively. They're affected in a positive way by our light. Light dispels darkness, and it doesn't take much. So the minute you take action, doors will open, and there's going to be some things that are going to pop up. But the key is to keep putting one foot in front of the other, knowing that you are on your way to fulfilling your mission and you are being of service and in service to others. Now, guys, I am so glad that you guys stayed to the very end. What I want to offer you is this. If this has, first of all, if this has done anything for you, I want you to leave me some comments below. I want you to answer, yes, I'm answering the call. I want you to tell me, yes, I've got dreams. I want you to say, yes, I am ready to fulfill my mission. I am putting one foot in front of the other. And if you're ready to take action and you are ready to invest in yourself, okay, and come and work with us, just like Rosemary Luna that you just saw, just like many, many others that have come through this program, and they themselves are now working in their purpose. I want you to click that link. There's a link tree link down below, and I want you to click that link. And I want you to schedule a free 15-minute consultation with myself or my team. We will help guide you on the next action steps to take. We will consult with you. Sorry, not consult you. We'll consult with you on the next action steps to take. I might not be the right coach and mentor for you. The Practical Lightworker might not be the right program for you, but we can definitely help put you in the right directions and help give you some motivations. But if you are ready to invest in yourself, I want you to go down there and click that link tree link down below and take the first step towards fulfilling your purpose in abundance. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste. Bye bye.